is indigenous people of Biafra. We are IPOB under one central command, under one leadership, under one directorate, under one coordination all over the world. I think there is only one indigenous people of Biafra. We are aware now they want to establish fake groups. They want to deceive you, they want to cheat you. Some idiots may answer IPOB, but you must understand they're not one of us. It is the same thing as Boko Haram. We are in police army uniform to go and kill people. These people are not part of us. I can never ever be. How would you say the products of ABC? These are evil men and little boys. We must counter them whenever we see them. They are not IPOB. We have no government. The government of indigenous people of Biafra is the indigenous people of Biafra. When the time comes, Biafrans will vote and decide who will govern them. Until then, we are not a government. We are servants of the people, as we shall continually demonstrate.
Thank you. We move. We welcome you all to our today's live broadcast, right here from our homeland radio Biafra, here in Biafra land, where I am broadcasting from. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi. I am from Ndiabo. Ndiabo is in Aniri. Aniri is a local government in Ojeriva province, Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster under IPOB. Nnamdi is our leader, and he is still in DSS solitary confinement, illegally detained, and we are demanding for his freedom as ordered by the court, not as ordered by Tinubu, not as ordered by Buhari, not as ordered by any politician or anybody, but as ordered by the appeal court of Abuja, 13th of October 2022. That's what IPOB is demanding for. Nnamdi Kanu is not asking for amnesty. IPOB is not demanding for amnesty. Nnamdi Kanu have defeated Nigeria in their courts, and IPOB is demanding that court order should be obeyed, not Tinubu's order. The court was not using Tinubu's law, constitution. The court is also not Tinubu's court. Just that he is Nigerian president, and his duty as a president is to tell the DSS or his Minister of Justice to obey court order, right? But for IPOB to move an inch from holding court order and shifting to some other people who gather somewhere, claim to be elders, claim to be Ohaneaze, claim to be politicians, that we don't even know where some of them came from. Though we knew some of them, but we don't know where some of them came from. And you can see them parading. You hear some people, they say, Tinubu should follow political solution. And when you hear this kind of word, you know that the person talking is a fool. Tinubu should consider and free Nnamdi Kanu because of insecurity in the East. You are a fool and you are a betrayer. You cannot stand on your feet. Don't free Nnamdi Kanu because of insecurity. Free Nnamdi Kanu based on court order. Based on court order, there have been insecurity here since onwards. There have been insecurity here since 1970. Have you allowed us? We remember when there was checking point, toll gates, 3 of us. So the military on the road came because of IPOB. You are dreaming. There have been insecurity here. Insecurity is from Nigerian government. They are the key of insecurity in our land. They knew they are stealing from us. They will never allow us to relax. They will build police station in our community, bring army barracks in our community, then create checking points, establish police, everything in our land because they are stealing from us. So insecurity is just to overshadow the killings going on in the north. We know how many percent of killings going on in the north. Every part of the north, they are killing. But if you see Nigerian analysis on their television or news or whatever, analyzing security in the southeast, that is to tell you that Nigerian government have been sponsoring this. If they care, if the media care about Nigeria, why can't they carry the news of insecurity in all over Nigeria? Why are they shedding away the north? Why the northerners are bleeding? North is bleeding. Artificial insecurity in the east. The government is aware. So we continue. Let us pray. Nara ekele nara otuto nara diama nara mbuli elu nara ichi isi ibu Chineke onye anyị ji eme ọnụ Chineke ndị IPOB Chineke ndị Biafra Chineke Nnamdi Kanu Chineke ESN Chineke Ojukwu imeela anyị na-ebuli gị elu anyị na-asọpụrụ gị anyị na-aja gị mma n'ihi ndụ inyere Nnamdi Kanu n'ihi obi isi ike inyere ya n'ihi nghọta inyere ya n'ihi ihe ndị ị na-echetara ya n'ihi nkwa ndị kwukwara ya n'ihi mmeri inyegoro ya na kọt na nke ka ga-enye ya n'oge na-adịghị anya nara ekele nara otuto ka isi chedo anyị ka isi sekuleti kwa anyị all over the world site na nhazi nke gị n'inye Naijiria ntụziaka ị na-enye anyị ntaramahụhụ anyị esi otu agbapụsị ya iwe nyesi anyị ọnọdụ n'obodo dị iche iche n'ụwa nke ọ ga-abụ oge dị otu a na anyị ga na-eti mkpu tisira gọọmenti ọbụla n'ebe ọbụla anyị nọ. Ihe ndị a bụ ihe ha gbochiri Ojukwu. Nara ekele nara otuto n'ihi na inyewe anyị ya n'oge a imeela ezi udo igosiri anyị ịhụnanya gị n'aha gị chi ukwu okike abịa amara pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. Ise. Thank you. We move. Share it very wide. Let us move to the topic. Free Nnamdi Kanu. Ohaneaze Ndigbo Southeast governors. How far? Southeast politicians. I think Nigeria, you are citizens of Nigeria. Are you not citizens? Then why are you acting like slaves? That we said you are. Did we not tell you are slaves? Have you not proven IPOB right? Have you not vindicated IPOB? Politicians from the east. Should I explain? Okay. You are a Nigerian, as you claim, but we are not. We know we are not. But you can claim, you can claim to be Nigerian now because that's why we are demanding for the freedom. So that day you will vote that you are in Nigeria. You want us to remain in Nigeria. Do you understand? Then people will vote if they want Biafra to go. So somebody can be Nigerian now, right? But to us, we are not Nigeria. If you doubt us and want to prove us wrong that we are Nigerians, then set up referendum for us. So until then, referendum is given to us. We are not Nigerians. If you want to count us as Nigerians, then give us referendum. Then let us go to the politicians from the east or southeast governors, all of them. You can only prove IPOB wrong with the referendum. God cannot prove us wrong. Detention, illegal detention cannot prove us wrong. Abduction and killings cannot prove us wrong. Extraordinary rendition cannot prove us wrong. Propaganda cannot prove us wrong. Killings of our people cannot prove us wrong. Artificial insecurity cannot prove us wrong. Setting up infiltrators cannot prove us wrong. The only thing that can prove IPOB wrong is referendum. Well, our people voted and fell. If they vote that they want to be Nigerian, that's all. That's all. But for now, all these things you are gathering is useless to us because we will continue unstoppable. Then we go to them. How do you claim to be Nigerian citizens when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped by Nigeria government, which you claim to be citizen of? Because you are Ohaneaze, you are Southeast governors. You have been killing us, trying to force us into this mess. Then we want to ask you, have you defended the mess called Nigeria you have been trying to force us into? Not even in a peaceful manner, killing us to force us into Nigeria. Have you cleared that you are from Nigeria? You didn't clear it. How? Why did you go to federal government and go personally on an issue of Nnamdi Kanu that had been discharged by the court of your country? How can you be begging a president, individual, a president, not even asking Nigerian government to obey court order? You beg president to look for a political solution to free an already legal freed man, discharged and acquitted, Nnamdi Kanu. If you are a citizen, why didn't you tell your president to obey court order? As you feel to confront president. Does president have power on the case of Nnamdi Kanu apart from obeying court order? Will you jail Nnamdi Kanu that have already been discharged? Is it Nnamdi Kanu a convict? Is it Nnamdi Kanu in CC, condemned criminal? Is it Nnamdi Kanu condemned criminal block, CC block? Is it Nnamdi Kanu in life imprisonment? Is it not even awaiting trial mates that the executive can give the Attorney General order to amend the charges, and the next thing you will hear from the attorney, from the one day, if you are in detention, you will just hear your name. They call you, you come out. If you come out, they tell you, you prepare, you are going to court. Because the very capital charges they prepared against you and use it to remind you in the awaiting trial as an awaiting trial mate, then the Attorney General will amend it, let me just say, like any capital offense or charge, they will amend it, and when they call you to the court, you will no longer go to high court. They will take you to magistrate court. That's the same magistrate court that remanded you in prison custody as an awaiting trial. That is where the Attorney General will amend the case. If it is murder, they can amend it to manslaughter. And when you were reminded, there was a pronouncement, there were pronouncements from the magistrate court. The magistrate court said that when they read your charges, they ask you, are you guilty or not? Not guilty. You will now say not guilty. They will now say, okay. The magistrate will say, as the accused man pleaded not guilty, this honorable court have no power over this case, and the accused man should be remanded to prison custody, and your case file should be transferred to DPP for further investigation. That is where I want to pick something. That's your case file, where it will be transferred, and there is a statement there for further investigation. And your barrister may file a motion to the High Court as court pleases. Let us come back. That middle one is where they can only use on awaiting trial mate. That middle one. He said that the case file should be transferred to DPP for further investigation. Which is to say, the DPP, the court have not relied on the police investigation. It will go to DPP, Director for Public Prosecution. If it is in state, it is that is Attorney General area, Attorney General of the state, Commissioner for Justice, right? Now, when they have dissolved your case and amended the charge, it will no longer go to High Court. Even if it was in High Court, when the Attorney General amended the charge and bring it to no case to answer, just end the case, they will refer you back to the magistrate court that reminded you. And the magistrate court will first of all read all those things that was charged, read the former charges against you. After reading it, they will now come back. The magistrate will now go down to the Attorney General according to the report from the DPP, that is DPP office or Attorney General, right? So that the Attorney General of the state or something have decided this case, that they discover that you did not do it after the DPP investigation. That is what you will hear. They will refer you back to the magistrate court. If it is magistrate court 4, court 5, that is where they will take you back to. That is the only thing they can do on awaiting trial mates. If the government intervene, you cannot be in office and make call. They will release an awaiting trial mate. No, they will amend the charges. Right? Murder is 21 years. Or by hanging or lifer. They can never leave you on murder. They will go and amend the charge. It is a capital charge. They will amend it to manslaughter. Manslaughter is accident. Just like somebody that was driving or is driving, was driving and had an accident without having his. Why are they censoring this program? Why are they censoring this program? What kind of rubbish is this? So that is the only thing they can do for an awaiting trial mate. Now, coming to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, he has been discharged and acquitted. Anọghị m around. I've been busy now. Enweghị m na mmadụ ga-agbanwe na. Onweghị m na gị ga. Okay, later onye isi m nọ live. Thank you. Later. Ndewo. Oh, one of us. Oh, one of us. Right? Ndewo. Ndewo. Thank you. So, we continue. On the issue of Nnamdi Kanu's case, he is not legally in any custody, but he is illegally. There is nothing like pardon. There is nothing like amnesty. There is nothing like begging. There is nothing like use political solution. Political solution will come in at the initial stage when judgment have not been given. That is when you will come up and ask for political solution. That's why when the traditional rulers from Ohaneaze, all of them and the religious leaders, they told IPOB to allow them to go and demand for free Nnamdi Kanu under political solution. We allowed them because we know they will not succeed. So that by now, they will not be blaming us. If not, had we not allowed them, today they will be saying, when we wanted to free Nnamdi Kanu, the IPOB refused to allow us. The political solution would be best. But when they presented political solution, we allowed them. Did they come back with him? No. Why after all this suffering, intimidation, all the insult on our lawyers, all the intimidation against IPOB family members and Biafrans that came to court premises in solidarity with Nnamdi Kanu, why all this intimidation by the Nigerian security agencies? Why the kidnap, arrest when we were around the court premises to be with our leader? Security presence. This very victory we are demanding that the court order should be obeyed did not come easy. That is our anger. This thing did not come cheap. It did not come under 1 month Nnamdi Kanu was brought. It did not come by government pardon. It came as we fought it in court. Nigeria did not allow us. They kept amending charges. It did not end up in the first 5 amended charges. They came up with 7. They came up again with 15. This thing we didn't secure it easily. Nobody should come and ask for any pardon. There is no pardon for Nnamdi Kanu. He has defeated all his enemies. Which kind of pardon? Are you insane? Are you mad? Is it Nnamdi Kanu a thief that was granted amnesty? Nnamdi Kanu have destroyed Nigerian government in their court. So let us go back to the Ohaneaze. Where is your citizenship of Nigeria? If you belong to Nigeria, you think you are a Nigerian, you are Nigerians, Ohaneaze Ndigbo. Because we told you we are not Nigerians, we are slaves. Now, if you claim to be citizens of Nigeria, why did you act like slaves? Why are you acting like slaves that we said you are? Are you not slaves? If you are not slaves, why can't you confront your government and say, obey court order? Can't you mention court order? What did they tell you about the court order? If you mention it, will you die? Did we tell you to go and fight DSS? Demand that court order should be obeyed. Go home and stay. Leave the matter for us. Demand that, leave the matter. What can you do? Begging. You told us that if they did not give you Igbo presidency in 2023, you will join IPOB. You didn't join us, so we are not even calling you to join us. The next one we're asking you, why the state of emergency? After telling us you monitor Nnamdi Kanu case in court, Ohaneaze Ndigbo, you monitor the case. After monitoring the case was discharged and acquitted, not dismiss, not caution and discharge, because caution and discharge is that the judge have discovered you did it and they caution you. Not discharge only. Not even that one, no. Not stroke out, not stroke off, not strike out, not bail. This one is discharged and acquitted. It didn't end there. He was also prohibited from standing any trial in any Nigerian court. Tell me the ground somebody on earth will be afraid to pronounce this. Tell me the ground where somebody will say, this is why I am afraid. Why are you afraid to say Nigerian government obey court order and free Nnamdi Kanu? This was what you presented to the world, that he will defend himself in court. The same begging you have been begging, they have been killing us. You organize insecurity in our land, trying to shift from it and fixing Nnamdi Kanu and the IPOB. That's why all of you are shouting, sit at home. Sit at home. We know that all of you are sponsoring. We ask you, are you citizens of Nigeria? Ohaneaze Ndigbo. If you are citizens, can't you tell your government to obey court order? If you belong to Nigeria, is the constitution, the constitution, is it not the constitution of your country? Because we know it's not for us. If it is for us, Nnamdi Kanu would have been released. But it is not for us. So we are slaves. Why can we be in a country where the killer and also a drug pusher, Abba Kyari, who U.S. government demanded he should be arrested? Why can he be freed? How can Sheikh Gumi be going to terrorist camps, even collecting ransom for them? How can you be freeing terrorists and recruiting them into the army, civil defense, air force, police, road safety, custom? And Nnamdi Kanu is not asking for pardon. The court freed Nnamdi Kanu, discharged and acquitted. And this freedom of this defeat Nnamdi Kanu have been given Nigerian government did not start in 2022. In case you are just waking from sleep, I will also remind you that Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court Abuja, not a Federal High Court in my village, not in Kenya, not a Federal High Court in Togo, not a Federal High Court in America, Federal High Court sitting in Abuja, discharged Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally in December 2015. DSS did not obey. The same case filed, the same case was shifted to the court of John Soho. John Soho decided Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. DSS did not obey. They took this case to the court of Ahmed Mohammed, Justice Ahmed Mohammed, all of them sitting in Abuja. Ahmed Mohammed told DSS to go and obey the previous court ruling. The ruling, which court ruling? The ruling of Justice Ademola and the ruling of Justice Johnson. Was it obeyed? At the end, they forced Bin Tanyako to grant Nnamdi Kanu bail. Thank you. Thank you. Did you understand? It's all right. They are afraid. Because when you collect money, you become afraid. When you betray your people. So, if they are Nigerians, they should claim to be Nigerians. If they are not Nigerians, They should tell us that they are not Nigerians. They are now begging another country. Because what they are acting, these Ohaneaze are acting, they are not acting as if the government, they are part of the government. They are acting as if they are another country, asking for pardon from their government, from another foreign government. Because this Nigeria do not belong to us. If it belonged to us, how come terrorists will be deployed to our land to be killing us in the name of army? While court order that decides Nnamdi Kanu cannot be obeyed. But terrorists are killing IPOB that was discharged by the courts. Terrorists! Abba Kyari is here killing us. He has been released. Because IPOB had been leaking the secret that Abba Kyari had been working here. So they knew it had leaked. They facilitated it and said he had been granted bail. But he had been here since, he had been in our land killing us. He's not in any cell. Abba Kyari not in any cell for long. Just because we reveal it. So people is now that started monitoring to start asking where is Abba Kyari. So they rush and say he has been granted bail. So that he can be officially killing us in our land. We ask you, why can't you demand that court orders should be obeyed? The same thing with other Nigerians. If you come up, they will tell you, hey, what a non the candidate. And you ask them, are you greater than the judges? Not even a judge. I'm counting it. I have counted from 2015, 2016, 2017. So you are now wiser than the judges. After all the charges against Nnamdi Kanu from 2015 to 2022, all you have defeated Nigerian government. If you see anybody telling you that Nnamdi Kanu did this, IPOB do this, tell the person that is a thief. And they can never see good in life. Do you know why? Anything you can say IPOB do, or Nnamdi Kanu do, we have been charged for that. IPOB, do you know how many thousands of IPOB in the detention? Are they not charging us for those things you are saying? Have they convicted us? That thing you will make, open your useless mouth and say, Nnamdi Kanu did, IPOB did. Have we not been charged for that? Have Nnamdi Kanu not been charged for that? Why can't your court jail him? Why can't your court jail him? Your court. If your court cannot jail Nnamdi Kanu, is it your empty head, your stupidity, your hatred, your that is what do I call it? Your envy that would destroy Nnamdi Kanu? If your court can decide Nnamdi Kanu, what can your enviness do? What can your hatred do? You are by the corner talking rubbish. Go to court now and do it. Go to court and say it. All these things you can say IPOB do, or Nnamdi Kanu do, or whether you do propaganda, there is nothing new in the court of law against IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu. All of us, many of us are in detention. DSS, are you not looking for me? I'm not doing like who wants. You can't catch everybody once. Are you not looking for me? Those that you have caught before, did you jail them? You know, the place in IPOB issue, and then Nnamdi Kanu, that is where you will see the stupidity of Nigeria. And we told them we will expose them. We told them we will expose them. If you see somebody, a graduate or a professor, if you want to, a Nigerian professor, a Nigerian lecturer, if you want to see their stupidity, raise the issue of IPOB on Nnamdi Kanu around them. If you want to know if a Yoruba man or Hausa man or Fulani man is a fool, right? Because what made them fool is they try to tell us that we are part of Nigerians. So when you want to see their foolishness is when they claim we are part of Nigerians, then present the name of the issue of Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB, you will now see that they are foolish. They will automatically separate you from Nigeria. In the argument, they will prove to you that you are not Nigerian. They will not know. They will think they are protecting Nigeria. But in the argument, you will see their stupidity surfacing. How can you claim I'm a Nigerian, but your government cannot obey court order on my side? a court order that favored me after boasting to the world that Nnamdi Kanu would defend himself in court. How can a reasonable somebody that call himself anybody, whether you were anybody, hence you say you went to school, you come in any comment section or you come to any report, whether allegation or whether about IPOB and Nnamdi Kanu, you come there, you start condemning Nnamdi Kanu IPOB. Tell me what you will condemn him that the courts have not seen. Tell me. The only thing is to go and back yourself. Because there is nothing you can say or write or comment that will be more powerful than the charges that was prepared against Nnamdi Kanu. But the things we expected that should be prepared against Nnamdi Kanu was not presented. Nnamdi Kanu said, Buhari is dead. Did you see it in the charges? That is how cowardice Nigerian youths are. That is how stupid any Nigerian citizens are or is. Because Nnamdi Kanu said it. Today, after all these things, he said if Buhari catch him, they will kill him. Ask yourself if Buhari is alive. Why did they not add it in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu? Was it not in a better... Okay, let me ask Nigerians, those that claim to be citizens. Tell me a country, somebody will bring forensic evidences that the president is dead and the youth did not protest. Even when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and the extraordinary rendition into Nigeria, did we hear the Nigerian youth protest? Did we see them voice out and start demanding Attorney General to add it in the charges against Nnamdi Kanu? Have we ever had a Nigerian lawyer sue Nnamdi Kanu to court for insulting their president? Can we see a Nigeria defending Nigeria? No, you can only defend Nigeria when Igbo is involved. But when to defend Nigeria, if you are a citizen, was when the image of your president was exposed. Why didn't you, when Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and brought back to Nigeria, why did you not tell your Attorney General and go and protest before Ministry of Justice and ask them, did you add the charges there that Nnamdi Kanu said our president is dead? Did we hear it from any Nigerian? Did we hear it? But we can see you on Vanguard. Now, Nnamdi Kanu, they should leave this. But court have freed you. Not once. UN have also freed you. So UN and your courts, which one is greater? So those things you are vomiting from your mouth or writing on the comment, what can it do? Some you can hear from some Yoruba people. They are now begging Yoruba president, they are now begging to free Nnamdi Kanu. That time he was ranting his mouth. You are a fool. Tinubu killed people in MSAS. Do you think Nnamdi Kanu can be defeated? Or was all his workers deleted? Tinubu can go and download and start listening. He will continue listening, he die. He will die on it. Because Nnamdi Kanu is unstoppable. No hatred, no government can stop him. Nobody on earth. Buhari cannot stop Nnamdi Kanu. Talk more. Let me tell you, Yorubas, the issue of Nnamdi Kanu is not Yoruba issue. It's not Tinubu issue. What you hear in court is Nnamdi Kanu versus federal government. Tinubu is not federal government. That is when you see the stupidity of Nigerian graduates. If you come to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu, hey, what Nnamdi Kanu is doing, but it have come against him in court. What did your court say? Your judges discharge him. So what are you presenting? What argument, what allegation can you levy against IPOB that have not come to court before? So why have IPOB family member, one single person not be convicted? No, we're asking them. You went to school. You heard the issue of somebody, Mazi Maduabuchi, that the Nigerians say he did all, he did that, he did everything. They took him to court, he defeated them in their court. Do you have the right to raise your mouth against such person? Won't you appreciate such person for defeating Nigeria even in the issue of Biafra? When politicians in the issue of Nigeria cannot defeat Nigerian government, can't you give Nnamdi Kanu an honor? You ended up eating your flesh, thinking you are hating him. You hated him from 2015. He had been defeating Nigeria. He had been defeated upon your hate. Even when you plan to go and kill him with army, he did not die. He has been defeating Nigeria till today. What can you do to Nnamdi Kanu? Ohaneaze's approach on free Nnamdi Kanu is not accepted and not welcomed. It is hypocritical. If they are citizens, they should act like citizens. If they are slaves that we say they are, they should tell us and confess. Because citizens cannot approach government like that at their own government. If you are citizen, you tell your government to break order. How can court give ruling? You go ahead, you ask, free Nnamdi Kanu based on political solution. Free Nnamdi Kanu because of insecurity in the East. So you are not even standing that he have defeated the court order. He have defeated all the allegations. You don't have that grant. You cannot. You are talking about insecurity that all of you plan together. Why are you shifting the court order aside? Presenting insecurity. Insecurity should not be the key to free Nnamdi Kanu because all of you set it up. The key to free Nnamdi Kanu is court order. And that is where we stand. No one should present negativity in our issue. What kind of rubbish is this? People gather, you think they are human beings. You don't know they are ape. Ape! Okay, come on, the man I know him now. Political solution can only come on a convict with a high time jail or CC condemned criminal or life imprisonment. That is when you can be asking for pardon. Or people like criminals like Bakubo. All those thieves, when they are in detention, you can go for pardon. Or when Nnamdi Kanu ruling has not come from the appeal court and other courts, even UN, that's when you would have go for political solution. And that's when IPOB allowed you. Did you not demand for political solution then? Did IPOB not allow you? Did you not go? So how come after going and return, you now told us that we should calm down, that Ohaneaze is monitoring the case of Nnamdi Kanu? So why did you monitor the case to the end that the case ended on 13th of October 2022? Why have you not given report after monitoring Ohaneaze? So you were monitoring and organizing insecurity, thinking that you can use propaganda and insecurity, killing our people and defeat IPOB. So what you meant was that we should cool down. So you think we are foolish. But we ask you, what did you monitor in the case? You didn't monitor anything. So you are liars. Ohaneaze, do you not see? We don't believe any of your word. Until you tell us what you monitored. After monitoring the case of Nnamdi Kanu, as you told us, Ohaneaze Ndigbo, you told us you monitored the case of Nnamdi Kanu. Is that not true? What did you see? Did you not see the state and acquitted? So what you see now is political solution. Have you not go with political solution before? Why are you trying to betray us in our the ones you did at our back? It's not okay for you. Why are you trying to change the narrative? Free Nnamdi Kanu, but you are organizing state of emergency. You are organizing state of emergency. Nigerian government. State of emergency. That's the end of Nigeria anyway. That's the end of Nigeria now. You know, that time, if you try to do it, no problem. But it's not welcome in our lands. But if Ohaneaze and Southeast governors have finally agreed with the federal government to come and kill us, no problem. Mind you that we cannot be watching like that. And you kill us all. You know? Hey, we are innocent. We are civilian. We are harmless. So that time will not be stoneless. If we are harmless, you know, stone is not his arm also. But let me use the language. If we have been harmless since when this your state of emergency or this army killings will start, we will not be stoneless. If we cannot stone the army, we can stone you, Ohaneaze. Are you aware? If we cannot stone you, we can stone your children, Ohaneaze. Are you aware? Southeast governors, if your is it crocodile dance or python dance or state of emergency or your military exercise, anyone, if you finally do it the second one as you did 2017, mind you that as we are armless, we cannot be stoneless. We cannot be stoneless. If we cannot stone the army or the police, we can stone the Ohaneaze or any politician. If we cannot stone any of you, we can stone any of your children. If we do not stone them at home, we can stone them at abroad. If we don't stone you home, we will stone you abroad. If we don't stone your children at home, we will stone your children abroad. Let us see killings of our own. But it is not welcome in our land. Nnamdi Kanu have been freed. Nobody can use the name of Nnamdi Kanu to massacre our people. Nobody. He's not facing trial. Free him. Let us see. If you are not behind insecurity, free him. Let us see if those you contracted will continue to kill us. Let us see the reason why those you contracted, federal government were asking you, Ohaneaze and the governors, politicians from the east, if you are not involved in the artificial insecurity in our land, free Nnamdi Kanu because you all are using the name of Nnamdi Kanu in your artificial insecurity. So, if you have not freed Nnamdi Kanu, do not mention IPOB on insecurity. You are the one that organized and have been equipping, sponsoring, propagating, and also campaigning very, very well for your agents that you contracted. And that is what we are saying. Ohaneaze Ndigbo Igbo, Southeast governors, are you still Nigerians? If you are Nigerians, then demand that court order should be obeyed. Then if you are slaves, as we said, continue to demand that Tinubu should follow political solution after court judgment. Amade m isi unu, ekwesịrị ịkpọcha unu ntụlishi, ọkwa ehuru unu. Unu nwere isi mgbaka. Very, very mad. Case that is not even going to trial, that is something you can call off. If the case is on trial, you say, okay, president, you can stop it, free him. Free him. But all of you was there thinking that Nnamdi Kanu will be jailed. And to your surprise, he secured the highest ruling ever in Nigeria. Federal government was condemned by the appeal court on their approach of bringing Nnamdi Kanu into Nigeria. Federal government was asked to apologize to Nnamdi, yes, to pay compensation to Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. Federal government, the court also gave order that he cannot stand any trial in any court in Nigeria on this very issue. Upon all this plan, it fell. Why are you still organizing another falsehood? Now, Ohaneaze Ndigbo demand for free Nnamdi Kanu on what basis? Based on political solution. And we are begging Tinubu. Are you begging an individual, fellow citizen like you? Tinubu is a citizen. Is it because he won president? Tinubu is a citizen like you. You cannot be going to an individual. You can only demand that he should obey court order, not to Tinubu order. Tinubu has more power on Nnamdi Kanu than to obey Nigerian court order. Nigerian court order is greater than the government or the president order. The court is greater than the president. The court can sack the president. So why are you going to an individual? Why are you trying to make it individual? Why are you trying to make it Yoruba issue? Ohaneaze Ndigbo, the key of instigation. You want to instigate it. Let people see the narrative that Yoruba did not free him. It is a lie. if you are Nigerians, demand that court order should be obeyed. If you are not Nigerian, get out from our way. All of you are slaves, as we continue to say. If you want to prove you are not slaves, Ohaneaze Ndigbo, then open your mouth. Continue to demand that court order should be obeyed for Nnamdi Kanu. Stop begging. Only slaves can be begging. How can you be begging where you say Nigeria belongs to you? You'll be begging that court order should be obeyed and that immunity should remain or impunity, because you are promoting impunity. What will happen to old men like you if you say the truth? If young people like us can be saying the truth without minding, how can people be old, 7-something, 8-something, they gather, they say the Ohaneaze, at their age they cannot speak the truth? When shall you speak the truth? So all of you, because you are involved, then you cannot say the obey court order. Court order is a very simple matter. You did not say that criminals should go to DSS. It's not what you said. Can't people question themselves and ask? Nnamdi Kanu's house was attacked after attacking the home of Nnamdi Kanu to kill him, which they killed 8 men there and killed many of us in different places in Biafra land, which we later discovered 7 graveyards where they threw our dead bodies. After that, they went and prescribed IPOB. Now ask yourself, after the prescription, the backyard prescription, because since then we have challenged them in court, they refuse to allow the case. They don't want to hear it. Since 2018 till today, since 2017 till today, they never allow. Nigerian government don't want to hear the case. Then I continue. I want to ask you, how come prescribed IPOB, prescribed indigenous people of Biafra, since then till now, none have been convicted? Even upon the prescription, before the prescription, no IPOB family member had been convicted. After the prescription, no IPOB family members have been convicted. Now, it was after the prescription that Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya and extraordinarily rendition into Nigeria. How come upon the prescription that all these idiots, Nigerian idiots, used to mention, prescribe indigenous people, after prescribing from your useless mouth, we went to the court. The court could not be able to stand on your prescription and jail Nnamdi Kanu. Why wasn't your court to stand on your prescription if the prescription is valid? If IPOB is terrorist, why did you charge Nnamdi Kanu to court? You would have killed him now, mad people. But you know he's fighting under self-determination. I want to ask you, had you go one court Ojukwu, will you take Ojukwu to court? Because all of you were fighting in gun battle. So why do you take Nnamdi Kanu to court? And you turn around and say, it's Nnamdi Kanu, it's IPOB that do this. Have Nnamdi Kanu had gone? Do you think Nigeria would take him to court? What did the impostor told Boris Johnson? He said he would defend himself in court. And Boris Johnson asked him, what did he commit? I think he was asking him the offense he committed. He said awful things. He did not say he killed people. He did not say they attacked Nigeria. He did not say Nnamdi Kanu killed many Nigerians. The impostor, what is his name? Mohammed Yusuf from Niger Republic, the last Buhari that left. He said that Nnamdi Kanu said awful things, which means he did not even kill. We were listening to him to say Nnamdi Kanu went to Niger Republic, Niger State in Nigeria and killed. Nnamdi Kanu went to Zamfara and killed. That's what we wanted to hear. We didn't hear it. Then ask yourself, if you will continue to mention and say IPOB prescribed after prescription for how many years? In 2017, IPOB had been securing victory in Nigerian courts. After prescription, Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. And then Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria in different arguments And at the end, he was completely discharged and acquitted upon the prescription. Now, what is the meaning of the prescription? If upon the prescription, IPOB is protesting all over the world, what is the meaning of that prescription? Do you think if we hear, the indigenous people of Biafra will open the ground and fall in? You are foolish. We go back to the Ohaneaze. What are you begging the president for? Are you begging the president because you want the president order to be obeyed? Or are you begging him for court order to be obeyed? If it is court order, present court order to the president. You can tell the president to obey court order. You don't beg the president to pardon Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu is not a condemned criminal. Nnamdi Kanu is not a lifer. He's not a convict. So he's a freedman. Demanding for free Nnamdi Kanu should not be in a cowardice manner. You be bold and speak it out. It is in your constitutional. So if you are not Nigerians, you just tell us. Stop claiming Ohaneaze Ndigbo. Stop dragging us in something you cannot defend. The Nigeria you want to drag us into, you have been killing us to drag us into Nigeria and make us Nigeria. Can't you even speak out? Let us see how your Nigeria will be. So what kind of Nigeria is that? This is the useless Nigeria you want us to belong to. A Nigeria that all of you are cowards. Hey, we are the elder statesman. What do you state? We are elder. Oh, God said the truth. We don't like your Nigeria. Hey, you continue to say, Ndigbo want to belong, they are a part of Nigeria. Ndigbo want a continuous Nigeria. Go to your constitution. Go. Your court to say free Nnamdi Kanu. Based on the constitution, based on the court order, and based on the, as a citizen you are, you have every right to say, President, obey court order. Nothing about it. It actually confuses you. And you're there, your sister. Are we in a haste? Can you do that? Or can you go? We have defeated the case. Nnamdi Kanu have defeated. So why are you panicking? Because you soiled your hands. You soiled your hands. Because all of you are evil. So this is the Nigeria you want us to belong to. This is the Nigeria. Igbo governors and politicians. Can you see the Nigeria? Nigeria, you cannot even challenge and demand that court order should be obeyed. So you cannot even save our life in this very contraption. Common court order, you cannot defend court order. How can you save us? How can you speak for us? Even going to speak out for us is a big deal. To compare to court order. Is that why you'll be appealing? I beg you, please do this for us. This one is something you'll be bold. And say we have been everybody, all our names will be talking. We demand that court order should be obeyed. Simple, but because all of you are involved in this security. And your plan that was that they will use insecurity, artificial insecurity in our land, that you increased because it had been there. From government to government, you'll be facilitating insecurity. It had been there for long. So anyone that comes in will facilitate the insecurity to their own suit. They will use them and start killing whoever they like. So any government that comes up in our land, the government of Nigeria that comes up, they're involved in insecurity. This present one, if you want to doubt us, that you are not, if you want to prove us wrong, then free Nnamdi Kanu. If you free Nnamdi Kanu, you will see if the insecurity will continue or not. But because all of you are involved, two of us, how can you know the key of how can you know the key of insecurity? Anytime you be shouting, you are shouting to make yourself. You are now, you want to be angels. So that IPOB will now become the Satan. That's what all of you want to do. You want to say IPOB is not the problem. You know, all of you don't have image in our land again. Now, but God has been creating chances for all of you to at least to get some respect, but you keep hiding from it because earlier you have sold our land. Thank you. We had all of you telling us, we are following the case of Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB, calm down. We are following as if we are killing anybody. Calm down for what? Did we do anything? No. But that's why they were using the language. Calm down. They should calm down. We have been coming. We are always peaceful. But they were using the incitement. They were inciting. IPOB should calm down. We are monitoring the case. But do you know that after monitoring the case, these very old men called themselves Ohaneaze. They ended up in supporting and the fueling insecurity, artificial insecurity, and the also sponsoring the media to propagate it. Imagine, okay, just like this army that they brought now, that the people, Fulani will tell them to sponsor the army. All these governors, when they call the army, even the state of emergency, they will sponsor it. Even military exercise, they will call the army, they will sponsor it. Lepo didn't do it. Lepo didn't do it. To tell you that it is not the problem of federal government, it is their own problem. It is their own problem. They will provide location where the army will stay. They will be paying any army that is brought here. The governors will be paying the army every month. Apart from the salary from federal government, they will be paying all of them. Imagine how much they used to spend in bringing army to kill us. Then we return back to them. Ohaneaze Ndigbo, is this the Nigeria you want us to belong to? Is this the Nigeria you have been telling us to belong to? You claim to be fathers, but you are not our fathers. Because you say you are leaders. You belong to Nigeria. And the Nigerian Constitution established appeal courts, established high courts, established federal high court, established Supreme Court, established magistrate courts. How come you never came up and say that reason, that thing you have been using as a reason why you went to Kenya to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu? Umuahia court have ruled it out. Have you ever heard this from Ohaneaze? Or did you not hear about Umuahia verdict, 19th of January 2022, that said that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, that he escaped military assassination attempt? But this has been a reason why Nigeria presented that he should come and face his trial. He should come and face his trial. That's why we went to Kenya. That's why we kidnapped him. He should come. Then we went to High Court. High Court said he did not jump there. Did we hear any word from you? Was that not the moment when the traditional rulers would have come in and challenged Nigerian army for defiling a palace in Igbo land? Invading a palace. Tell me, Emir or Sultan house, even Sariki, also Sariki palace, that the army will invade and massacre people. In search to kill a prince of Safaruku, prince in Igbo land, the army came to kill him, not arrest. Do you know that traditional rulers today, they never say anything? They never condemn attack in a palace in Igbo land. That's why, since then, nobody regards them. Immediately, they sold off the palace. No, they love their prince, but they don't love the prince of Afaruku. We did not ask them to demand and they add in, and say Biafra IPOB, no. Just to ask Nigerian army and Nigerian government or condemn the invasion of a palace in Igbo land. Condemn it. Did they inform you? Yes. That's why you didn't condemn it. The traditional rulers was informed that a palace will be, what is it called, defiled in Igbo land. And they agreed. That's why they are nothing. If not, why did Had that one happened to them by mistake, let us say their mistake, okay, why is it that after the judgment in Omaha that have the jurisdiction to try such case, rule that Nnamdi did not jump bail, also say that he should be paid compensation, and also say that Nigeria should apologize to him, and also say that Nigeria should meet him for discussion. Why was it that the army and the traditional ruler did not come up that time? The religious leader did not come up that time. Governor did not come up that time and say, okay, that you say he jumped bail. He say he jumped. No, because all of them are involved. Do you understand? They are all slaves. If they want to prove us wrong, that they are not slaves, let them stand on their feet and defend their constitution, because they claim to be Nigerians. As for us, we are not citizens. That's why they disobey court orders. But if they claim to be citizens, they should demand from their government to obey court order. Okay, whatever the point. That is the point. If they cannot do it, then Ohaneaze Ndigbo slaves, Ohaneaze Ndigbo Fulani slaves, Ohaneaze Ndigbo Fulani slaves. That is the key. Are you doubting us you are not slaves? Then defend your constitution. Tell your president to obey court order. If not, the slaves, when we bring out your picture, Ohaneaze Ndigbo will write slaves there. Until you act like Nigerian citizens, because you are not Nigerian citizens. If you claim to be citizens, why can't you stand and say, obey the constitution of my country? Why are you begging for amnesty? Why are you begging for pardon? Why are you begging for political solution? Instead of standing and demanding that court order should be obeyed. Thank you. A na-edebede na foto ha nwebere oge ka ha gwa anyị ma ha wụ slave ka na ha wụ slave. Ọ slave na-arịọ. Slave na-achọ onye ọ ga-echi n'aka ya n'itie nna. Slave. Court gwa m ihe ga-awụ ụjọ mmadụ on demanding for court order to be obeyed. What okay, the basis of your fear? Do you say you want to go and attack DSS? No. Did you demand that you should reserve army barrack? No. Obey court order. Say it. Lano Nogini Ohaneaze. I actually no beg. In our beg, did we secure the victory easy? Go and ask the lawyers, did it come easy? In our beg, is it not become a convict? You can only beg when he's a convict or of any kind. Not a freed man in our coin. Not rubbish. Do you understand? Faith will continue to attack the program. I don't care. That is the key of the matter. Our people have suffered. Our people are traumatized. So many people have died. People have been killed. So many protests have gone around the world. We have spent money. We have been restless. We have been sleepless. We have been suffering. We have been working hard. The lawyers were sleepless. After all this, you disobey court order. Why can't you speak out? Did they dash us the court ruling? Was the appeal court ruling dashed? We fought for it. We fought for it. Nobody should beg. Nobody should change the narrative. Nnamdi Kanu should not be pardoned. Nnamdi Kanu should not be. Tinubu should not mercy. Just obey court order. Which Tinubu on the mercy? Is this the issue of Tinubu? Tinubu is occupied. Is less what is it called? Inherited empty case file without trial, no charges. And I thought they said this is a democratic country. Democratic country, you are telling me about court order. When the president executive power is needed, if the person is convicted, if the person is convicted on high term jail, not 2 years or 1 year or distance here. They will tell you to wait. 2 years is almost here. High term jail, 10, 14, 21, 17, 30, 35, high term, or CC, condemned criminal, or life imprisonment, or even awaiting trial. Pardon can come. But a freed man, discharged and acquitted, tell me, court pronouncement and president pronouncement, which one is legit? Court pronouncement after several arguments of different court sittings and the president's pardon. Do you think we are doing Nigerian politics? Nnamdi should not be pardoned. We don't want any conditional release. Nnamdi should be free based on court order so that nobody will have any power on him. All of you want to do rubbish, to start controlling him, to start saying you want to have power on him again, as you did in the time you granted him bail. He's out of the line of bail. Court to prohibit him from standing trial. So where will you stand and grant him bail? You can only grant bail if there is pending trial. So you say based on this trial, you are granting him bail. There is nothing like bail. So why must somebody gain pardon or political solution? Political solution can come in when judgment have not been given. Not after judgment given. Not after resources wasted. Not after time wasted. Not after people have been extrajudicial killed. For demanding for free Nnamdi Kanu. Did you understand? That is when you are now coming to beg to chain Nnamdi Kanu again. Gatsman had the political solution. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu has been freed under political solution to overshadow our hard trick goal, to overshadow extraordinary rendition, to overshadow that. If you see that Ohaneaze, you see, if we don't have gun, if we don't have arm, we can stone. There is stoning all over Biafra land. Yes, we don't have God. We can stone. I gave you put Mokuta out of your tongue. You cannot block us in that part of the metal. I'm not going to metal. Right? Do you understand? That is the issue. I am saying this is the key of the argument. That is where they want to channel it. And when you room for bail, you have been granted, you have been discharged and acquitted. That is where hook them now. Because they see free here, can have no authority on him. They want a way to free Nnamdi Kanu, and the government still have authority on him. Because the discharged and acquitted just automatically remove their hands from Nnamdi Kanu, but there is no road there. The only thing you can do with Nnamdi Kanu now is discussion. Discussion is what you go with Nnamdi Kanu. That's the end of the matter. After destroying you in your court, next one is to meet him. That is self-determination. That is the negotiation. He will now make demand of foreign delegates. He will now make demands of those of where the meeting will be. He will now tell you where they will have the meeting, where they will have the negotiation, whether in EU, whether in UN, whether in anywhere. But before then, he will have chance to go and treat himself. Before then, he will take care of himself. He will put himself in order. Then you discuss with him. That's the key of the matter. But as for now, no government have power on Nnamdi Kanu. No executive power. You know, it is only in this issue of Nnamdi Kanu that you will see the foolishness of Nigeria. Now they are not begging Tinubu. Are we begging Tinubu? Who is Tinubu to the issue of court? Court to freed a man. What is the issue? Who is the president? President have to make sure the court order is obeyed. About who is Tinubu on an empty case file? Tinubu can only be involved if Nnamdi Kanu is facing trial. He is no longer facing trial. So when you meet Tinubu as the president of Nigeria, not as an individual, you tell him to make sure the court order is obeyed. Stop begging. We don't want any conditional release. We don't want beg. We suffered for this, both home and abroad. We have died. Even after Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted, people was massacred in Aba for protesting his illegal detention. Illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu, we were massacred. Why must you go and beg? Have you been to the houses of those people killed and beg? Ohaneaze, have you condemned the killings of peaceful IPOB protesters in Aba, 31st of March 2023? Peacefully, you know our way, peacefully. When you brought in Python dance, did we come to your house to attack you? Are we not aware Ohaneaze did it? Did we attack you? We are always peaceful. Since Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, are we not aware that all of you are involved, both the governors? Did we attack you? No. That is our way. So, all this artificial insecurity, did you not see that it yield no fruit? The killings yield no fruit. Continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu yield no fruit. What we are asking you now is, why are you begging and at the same time bringing army? At the same time approving state of emergency, at the same time sponsoring the army, at the same time providing location for the army, at the same time providing a place where the army will live, at the same time you will be paying the army salary from the resources from our land in order to come and kill us. You will pay the army, Ohaneaze and governors, you will bring the army, you will pay the, first of all, you will pay the army chief, army general money to demand for army to come and kill your people. And they will tell you how much you'll be paying the army. And they will ask you how many army do you need that you can pay. That is why you can hear that Abia State government demanded for 500. They will tell you how much each one is a month. Then you calculate how the ones you can be paying. If it is an insecurity that government want to fight, what is their business with consulting the state executive on the number of security that will be sent in that area? What we are asking you, because if the police or if the army want to use 10, they bring special 10 to stop it. If 200 will do it, it is in their hand to do it. But do you know why? Each governor will tell them how many he needs, because he will demand how many he can be paying. Are you aware? That is how they do. And he will be paying them monthly. Not federal government salary to the army and police, no. Special salary from the state governor. Higher than their government salary. For how many months they will be there. Right? And the main problem is their allowances. Allowances to this army, daily allowances to this army that will come to kill us. Daily allowances. We continue. Nnamdi Kanu is not a convict. Nnamdi Kanu is not a convict of any kind. What are they like how? High term jail, condemned criminal, life imprisonment, even awaiting trial. Government have power. Awaiting trial, government have power to do it, no case to answer, through the Attorney General. They will amend the charge and kill the charge, bring a very soft charge, then take the case back, discharge and acquit the person. Right? But not on a freed man, not on a discharged and acquitted man that is illegally in detention. There is nothing like pardon than to pay him compensation, to beg him. You have to beg Nnamdi Kanu, not to begging people that offended Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria committed terrorism against Nnamdi Kanu. Don't you know? Ohaneaze Ndigbo professor. Iwu professor, imagine onye na-atụ ngana na ayọ biko n'isi ya. Imagine onye na-amaghị ikpe ọnwụ na ayọ biko n'isi ya. Imagine onye na-atụ nga mkpụrụ ọka na ayọ biko n'isi ya. Imagine onye na-anọghị na-eche mgbe a ga-anwale ya. n'ụlọ ikpe. Imagine na na-ayọ biko n'isi. Imagine na ndị aga na-ayọ biko n'isi. Na onye a hapụrụ kpatakpata onwe ebi ka a na-ayọ. Onwe ebi ka a na-ayọ na-awụghị mee obe kọtọda mee obe kọtọda. Otu ọ bụla ị chọrọ isi ekwu ya, ị chọrọ ịgbado isi n'ala na-asị obe kọtọda, ị chọrọ idina edina, it is your right. Otu ọ bụla ị chọrọ isi ekwu ya maka na onye ahụ chọrọ ịghọtanye gị the way isi ekwu ya is the problem. Ọ bụrụ na ọ release go debe obe kọtọda, they wouldn't hear that from you. Had kọtọda been obeyed, will I be broadcasting with this topic? Had kọtọda been obeyed, will the people protest this year in Aba and they were massacred and many abducted? So all these things are government plan to be killing us with the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu. And we are telling the conspirators, if they claim they are not, if they think they are not conspirators, they should demand for court order boldly, not in a corny way, because Nnamdi Kanu anya in on them. You can't even onye mwanya kwa mbakwe kwuru. Mbakwe esi mbakwe achi onde ko na gigachi Imo State. He went and announced the election result. N'ikwere na ikwe gị mbakwe gachi. Nkwa election o winri. Ana akụ inyo. Ọ gwa gị na ụka na-eri ihe onye mwanya. Otu a ka ọ dị IPOB. Ọ Nnamdi Kanu nke a. Ebe a ka ihe niile Chineke nyere anyị nọ. Ma ụzọ na-adịghị mma na Nnamdi Kanu. Skuulu ọjọọ, skuulu na-adịghị mma ebe a. Nke ọma ya nọ n'ime Nnamdi Kanu. Ihe niile anyị chọrọ nọ dị. So how do you think we live in? O nwere ihe ọzọ anyị nwe, o nwezi anything anyị nwe. Ọwa anaba anyị mmanụ, anaba anyị ihe niile maka olu nwe ka anyị ji, sọsọ Nnamdi Kanu ka anyị ji. Ọ bụrụ na ịma ihe ị ga-ekwu maka Kanu pụọ n'ụzọ, ọ dị olite na anyị nwere. If you know you in Nigeria, you are among Nigeria, you are part of Nigeria. Be bold and demand that court order should be obeyed. Stop begging. I am a mere beg here. I am a mere beg here. That is what I bring to our people and bring to Nigerians and every one of them. If you claim to be Nigeria, stand on the truth. Stop passing judgment upon judgment from your own room. You go to comment section. No, they can't. No, a court is committed. But all those things have been brought to court from 2015 till today. He has not been jailed. This current one now, upon the prescription of IPOB in Nigeria, 2017, no IPOB has been jailed. Why not use the prescription and start jailing us? Why not use the prescription and jailing Nnamdi Kanu? But upon the prescription, hey, prescribe IPOB. Hey, prescribe indigenous people. Hey, prescribe IPOB. Mad people. Can you jail us? No. All of you are foolish. If you open your mouth and say prescribe, ask your government. These people we are calling prescribed, none of them have been jailed. What is the reason of the prescription? What is the meaning? Unlawful prescription that you cannot go and challenge in court. They disallow the hearing to come up. We challenge them. They don't want to hear it in court. Every time you be hearing from prescribed IPOB. But why is it that after prescription from 2017 to today, about 6 years, no IPOB family member have been jailed based on the prescription? Even a ordinary rendition of Nnamdi Kanu after the prescription, was he jailed? No. So what is the reason? Prescribed IPOB. God the punish and prescription. Thank you, Muchineke. We are rounding up here. You know, we started very late. But I want to make you so much again. Otaka ije na aga o. Otaka ine ogbe change go kwim. Aine ogba alota go ulo. Ogba alota go ulo uche gedekwe. Ogba alota go ulo. N'ụlọ ka anọ. Nnamdi Kanu emerigo. Ka e finish kwe ndị nka. Ndị ka abịakwa present onwe ha. A ga-akwarakwa ha. Kwapụkwa ha ebe akwagara ndị ọzọ. O nwere Fulani plan ha mee ya ka ihe. Onye ọbụla ha prezentịrị tiri anya ka anyị kwapụ ya. Hapụrụ anyị n'ụzọ ka anyị na-ahụ Fulani very clear. Every time they come and say some idiot, ha bịara parade n'ihu anyị to confuse us ka anyị hapụ ịma mgbe ndị iro gbara anyị. That's why na-agwa gị ọkwa na ị chọrọ iso na ndị ejikọrọ mbụ ọrụ ka ị were bịa na-agba egwu n'ihu IPOB ka ị confuse anyị so that small time ichili aka elu ndị iro esi n'akụkụ aka gị were gbaa anyị egbe. N'anya ka anyị gwa gị, anyị na-alụsọ ndị iro ọgụ, anyị amaka onye nwe onye iro na onye nke anyị. Hence ị nọ na position ndị iro, will crush you with ndị iro. Pụtakwa anyị n'ụzọ, pụkwa na position ndị iro anyị. Ịmakwa na ịbụ nwanne anyị, ịmakwa na ịwa IPOB, ịmakwa na ịwe onye Biafra, ịmakwa na ị chọrọ Biafra, pụkwa na position ndị iro anyị. Anyị bịakwa ịkrọsịrị ha, anyị na-krọs kọtakwa ma onye iro. Ọ gbago ọ ga-apụtasị, onye nke ahụ nwanne anyị will ask you, what are you doing in the position of our enemies? Kedu ihe na-achọ na position of the enemy? Ma na anyị na cross ọwa egbe ka anyị ji gwa ngwa anyị ya tụrụ n'onye nke ahụ onye nke anyị. What are you doing there? Anyị ga-alakwa mmadụ n'iyi. Pụkwara anyị n'ụzọ, pụkwara anyị n'ụzọ. Anyị na-akwatụkwe mgbidi. Anyị achọghị ịma onye nwanne, anyị achọghị jụkwa ụmụnne director, jụkwa onye ọbụla, jụkwa. Anyị na-azọrọ ikwa na-aga, anyị achọkwa ihe ma ị nọ n'akụkụ na-aba n'elu okwute. Uche mefe ọ na-elu okwute sis olupugo rufu anyị. Jọji onye Igbo ọ na-elu okwute. Anyị kwapụ gị nọ n'akụ na okwute, anyị na-aga ebe anyị na-aga. O nweghị ị ga-elupụ. Ilukata edowa Igbo nation like Uche mefe. Nara ekele, nara otuto na ọjịja mmanụ na mbuli elu na iche isi Chineke mgbe ochie. Ịdị ebube. Ọ bụrụ na ndị uwe chefugo gị site na IPOB, ha ga-echeta gị. Ha ga-echeta gị na onwe ngwa ọgwa iji maka itigo ndị iro anyị mmanwụ, ịlago ha n'iyi, igbu ego ha ibere n'ala. Ha ka na-achọ ibili na ebe kwanụ, jidesie ya ike iji Nnamdi Kanu jide ha. Kama na anyị na-ayọ gị were n'ụdị ọzọ jituo ha. Ọwụ continued detention of Nnamdi Kanu. E nwere ụzọ ọzọ ị ga-eji ejitu Naijiria. Release Nnamdi Kanu maka na egbochi anyị wụkwanụ mmadụ. Anyị na-arụ ọnụkwa out of patience. Anyị ma na 1000 years dị ka ebe n'anya gị.
Province Biafra land. I am a homeland broadcaster. Ade amakwa ama. Nara ekele, nara otuto, nara ọjịja mma, nara mbuli elu. Igbochi ị na-adị ruo ebi ebi. Ọ dị onye dị ka gị. Imeela maka ohere ọma dị otu a. Imeela maka ịdị mma gị n'ebe IPOB nọ. Imeela maka nchedo gị na nchekwa gị n'isi anyị, ma n'isi director, ma n'isi ESN, ma n'isi ndị lawyer, ma n'isi leadership. Nara ekele, nara otuto n'ihi na egbochi wee nye anyị n'aha gị chi ukwu okike abịa amara pụrụ ime ihe niile. We have prayed. He said, thank you. No much protocols. This will be a short video, but I know why I am going live on this. So this very impression must be corrected, and the people should be directed, because our demand, I mean IPOB demand, is based on our legal achievement. This very demand is not is not a personal issue. It is like some people are trying to turn it as if it is Tinubu issue. It is not Tinubu, it is all about Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu versus Nigeria. Nnamdi Kanu defeated Nigeria. So if Tinubu is the president, it's not our business. Tinubu can be involved if Nnamdi Kanu had not been discharged. Had Nnamdi Kanu been jailed, had Nnamdi Kanu had been was sentenced to life imprisonment, had he been sentenced to death, or he was convicted on high term jail, that is when you'll be talking about presidency. Tinubu do this, Tinubu do that, pardon him, amnesty. There's nothing like amnesty here. IPOB demand that court order should be obeyed. Nigerian constitution, the court is greater than the president. You know, when you see some, I sent a video in order to know the mind of the Yoruba, the video of our leader, and I got their mind, knowing that Nnamdi Kanu is right, telling you that studying in Nigeria is foolishness. Somebody is an educated person. You say you went to school, you are Igbo, you are Yoruba, you are Fulani, you are Northerner. You come to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. You say that he will suffer in prison, that they are begging Tinubu. Who is begging Tinubu? Are you insane? Court have freed Nnamdi Kanu. It's only those political idiots that keep begging Tinubu. Are you begging him? Is it on our behalf or on behalf of Nnamdi Kanu? You are dreaming. Nobody should beg. We ask that court order should be obeyed because Nigeria presented court to the world. That man can defend himself in court. That is why when you say that you are in Nigeria, you went to school in Nigeria, I'll be laughing at you. The same people that say they are educated, they are graduates, will come to the issue of Nnamdi Kanu. They will now, instead of them to say obey court order, instead of them to be blaming their government, they will be there trying to twist it without bringing to the notice of their idiocy that Nnamdi Kanu have defeated Nigeria for complete 8 years. From 2020 till 2022, he has been defeating Nigeria. I don't know how somebody will come up and you try to, is it to furnish lies or to try to blackmail him? I can publish any video of Nnamdi Kanu, any of his broadcasts, whatever he said. It doesn't matter who it is affecting. What matters is what he said on any broadcast or any of his video. Is it different from the charges that Manami, Nigerian government, have levied against him? Tell me what you will say about Nnamdi Kanu that have not been presented in court against him. How many charges from 2015 to today Nnamdi Kanu have been charged? They have been taking him to court. Different can charge amendment can charges. Different amended can charges. From 2015, 20th of December, that Justice Ademola of the Federal High Court Abuja discharged Nnamdi Kanu. 2016, John Soho discharged him. 2016 again, Ahmed Mohamed told the DSS to go and obey the previous court rulings, the ruling of Ademola and the ruling of John Soho. And in 2017, he was granted bail. Nigeria disallowed him from enjoying his bail, that he even fulfilled all the bail conditions and promised to go to court. Now, that one was truncated. They sent army to come and kill him. Now we continue. You come up in 2021, and 2021, they kidnapped him again. Though they went to kill him in Afaruku, they killed 8 men in 14th of September 2017. Then we continue. Because when you see some Nigerians, you think they are human beings. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu do this. Nnamdi Kanu said that it was presented in court against him. Tell me what you are saying. Hey, you do this, or that it was charged against him in court. Are you wiser than the judges? Are you passing judgment upon judgment? Judgment have been passed by the courts, and I am counting it for you. So I want to know, what allegation are you bringing that is greater than the ones that they have brought against Nnamdi Kanu from 2015, from court to court? From court to court, you have been defeating them. What are you presenting? When I see some fools, they say they're Ohaneaze. They went to the government, they planned to bring army, and they came up with makeup and say, free Nnamdi Kanu, are you stupid? Tell government to obey court order. You say you are a Nigerian. So can't you tell your government to obey court order? This is Nigeria you want us to belong to, where you cannot stand up and say, obey court order. And this is the very useless Nigeria. That people come and tell me they are elders. How can people on Ohaneaze that told IPOB that they are monitoring Nnamdi Kanu's case? Then after monitoring the case, Nnamdi Kanu the case have ended. He cannot be tried again. And you went to a president of Nigeria, that the same constitution that the judges used to free Nnamdi Kanu is the constitution that made him president. Is it a different constitution? So why do you come and say, Tinubu, we are begging you to free? Are you stupid? You are begging, so you are not a Nigerian. So the constitution is not for you. Why can't you say, obey the court order? It is our constitution. Are you foolish? You must be mad. You present beg on our that is hard trick score in the appeal court. It didn't come easy. It was a hard trick. How can somebody beg? How? We were harassed by Nigerian securities around the court premises. How did it come easy? We traveled from the east, we traveled from distant countries to Abuja court. We stood with Nnamdi Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu was tortured in different manner. There was death of court. They didn't bring him to court. There was a day they locked the door of the court and kept his lawyers outside the gate. There was a day they sponsored Fulani terrorists. They came to the court with the casket written Nnamdi Kanu terrorists, and also they came up with the banner. All this thing came. It didn't come easy. We secured this very victory of the court, not very easy. It was hard for us. How can upon this, upon all the insult, upon the way Nnamdi Kanu was brought back from Kenya, IPOB continued in a peaceful manner, following Nigeria on what they presented to the world, even before Boris Johnson. The very idiot, Yusuf Mohammed, from this Niger Republic, they call Buhari, that idiot promised Boris Johnson that Nnamdi Kanu said awful things in Nigeria, against Nigeria, that he will defend himself in court. Court will decide. Ohaneaze said they will monitor the case. And we continued following them to maintain our self-determination, because the court is in line with self-determination. The freedom is in line. So this is the same way we have been going for the freedom of IPOB family members. We never attacked prison yard. We never invaded any detention facility in order to free our own. We follow court proceedings. Upon the turn of the Nigerian government, we continue in court the same way we followed. They presented court, then brought army here, started provoking us, started killing us, thinking as if we will retaliate, so that they will present to the world that we are now the aggressors. But we maintained, despite all the artificial insecurity they set in our land, we maintained, we followed them to court. How can we secure those victory that in this January 2022, that Omaha State High Court gave in a verdict, said that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail, that he escaped military assassination attempt, right? And that Nigeria should apologize to him in at least 3 newspapers, front page. And again, they should go and meet him and they should pay him compensation, right? That he did not jump bail. They came to kill him. Now we continue. UN gave order that Nnamdi Kanu should be free. Everything he's doing is lawful, and IPOB is doing everything. Everything they are doing is legit. We are doing everything according to the law. They refused to obey it. We continued. We went to appeal. Okay, in Bintanyako's court, out of 15 American charges, 7 was destroyed in the court of Bintanyako by Nnamdi Kanu's defense council, led by Professor Michael Zokome, and they took the remaining 8 to appeal, destroyed it, and then Nnamdi Kanu was discharged and acquitted. Discharged and acquitted. There is what is called dismiss. There is discharge. There is caution and discharge. Then there is discharge and acquitted. There is stroke out. There is stroke off. There is strike out. Right? Then this one is the highest one, discharged and acquitted. Go, you don't have any case. I have been discharged and acquitted in a case, capital charge. Discharged and acquitted. Immediately, the warders left me. I can move anyhow in the court premises. I am free. You can't bring handcuff closer to me. Discharged and acquitted. The warders will not allow you to sleep in their facility. You cannot sleep. Even if you are mad, they will push you out of the premises. Because the very warrant that is keeping you in detention have been destroyed. That is, it is now invalid due to the pronouncement of the judge. Nnamdi Kanu have been defeating Nigeria. So I don't see the reason why somebody will come up and say, because of this reason, that's why Nnamdi Kanu should remain. Are you stupid? Tell me what you will say that have not been charged against him. What are you saying? Why did Nigeria not protest that Malami should add in the charges that Nnamdi Kanu said Buhari molested Aisha at the age of 9? You left Matai, you were there bringing answers, bringing unknown gunmen. But you forget the issue. You forgot the issue that Buhari destroyed Aisha at the age of 13. These are things Nnamdi Kanu presented. That wherever Muslim gathered in Nigeria, hence a Fulani, even if it is 5 years, he will lead in prayer. Even now, Tinubu is a president. He cannot lead a prayer in Muslim prayer, where a Fulani 10 years is. True of us. Then Buhari died. Nnamdi Kanu said it. When Nnamdi Kanu is since he's in detention, have Nigerian youth protested and go to the Attorney General and ask him, why have you not added in the charges the allegation Nnamdi Kanu levied against our president that our president is dead? That is how to show integrity, how you love Nigeria. But you got that, you swallowed it. And when we talk about freedom, you come and talk rubbish. You're a fool. Your president died. Now we cannot have forensic evidences. Why did your Manami not add it in the charges? Why? He was there talking NSAS. He was there talking about unknown government. He was there talking about attacking what is it called? What is it called? INEC office, which Nigerian government planned all these things. Anything you see, they use as an allegation against Nnamdi Kanu. They planned it. They set it up. Nigerian government plan unknown government. They plan everything. Because they are planning to kidnap Nnamdi Kanu. So they facilitate all those things. What we are seeing in our land is artificial insecurity. That is what we are asking you. You that hate your Nigeria. How do you hate your Nigeria? You cannot tell your government to boycott order, and you think you still have country. When we talk about it, you come and talk rubbish. Tell me what you can present now that is greater, that will be greater than the charges they brought against him in your courts. Are you aware that after appeal court discharged and acquitted him, that your federal high court also, discharged him and the order that he should be turned back to Kenya? So now, somebody you come to, you see one foolish idiot that will come somewhere and make comment against Nnamdi Kanu. Hey, he will remain in prison. You ask the idiot, or some idiot to come and say, they are now begging Tinubu. Ask the idiot, do you love your country? He will say yes. You ask him, does your country have constitution? The idiot may even say yes. You ask him, why is it that you cannot stand and force your government to pay the court order? Who is in advantage? So you think that you that is disobeying court order is in advantage? Don't you know that we are in freedom fighting? So Nigerians, I don't know what they think. So you think that this is party, this is APC and BDP. This is the knowledge, that is the mentality British that is succeeded and gave to you. Anything that come up, you think it is a party. It is a party. Tell me a politician that will face 1/4 of what Nnamdi Kanu is facing and he will not be defeated. Tell me. And you can compare Nnamdi Kanu. If you see Nigeria, we have destroyed. We IPOB, we have destroyed. If you like, you kill me. We have destroyed your Nigeria. As we promised, we said we are here to destroy Nigeria. Free Oduduwa, free Arewa, free Biafra. That name Nigeria must be destroyed. It cannot be protected. It cannot. This thing Tinubu and P2B is doing, we IPOB, we did it. How? We make sure that our people went and voted. We make sure when they voted, that's where Tinubu fell. That's where INEC became useless. Because their plan was their agendists, their terrorists, they set up in Finland to shout no election, no election, no election. So that had there been no election, P2B cannot go to court. The whole blame will be on IPOB. That's where we defeated them. So this thing you see P2B going to court, we created the grant. Had we supported no election, Nigeria would Tinubu wouldn't have problem. Now you know those that are working for APC. They were shouting the election so that the INEC will say that P2B have 99% to become president. But IPOB is stopping. That IPOB did not allow election in the East. Then no Nigerian will even hold INEC accountable. Nobody will point at INEC. Everybody would have been pointing at IPOB. Today we have shifted again. And we created that front war. We created it. We created it. You cannot do anything. Nobody is relying on any president to free Nnamdi Kanu. IPOB demand that court order should be obeyed. We are not asking that Tinubu order should be obeyed. Tinubu order should not be obeyed. The court order should be obeyed. Tinubu have no power on the case of Nnamdi Kanu. He have to obey Nigerian constitution. Nigerian constitution is greater than his power. He has no power. Nobody should twist it. He has executive power. That is not what IPOB is saying. IPOB said that this is not a convict. Nnamdi Kanu is not a convict. Nnamdi Kanu is not in life imprisonment. Nnamdi Kanu is not condemned criminal. In CC block, right? He's not even awaiting trial. He's not even awaiting trial, mate, because court to prohibit him from standing in a trial. Decided and acquitted him. Then we ask you, the only place you can go and ask for amnesty, or you'll be begging president, if somebody that have been jailed, high term jail, like 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 21 years, 40, that's the person you go for appeal and ask the president to pardon, or somebody that have been been sentenced to life imprisonment. You can beg the president for pardon, or a criminal like Dokubo, when he was in detention, you give them amnesty, because these are thieves. He cannot defend himself in court. Somebody like Dokubo, you can give him amnesty. He's a criminal, he's a kidnapper, he kidnapped white men, he collect ransom, he's a thief. Nnamdi Kanu is a freedom fighter. He defeated Nigeria in their court. We are not asking for amnesty. Ohaneaze should take note. Begging Tinubu without mentioning court order is cowardice. What kind of rubbish? Are we asking that Tinubu order should be obeyed or court order? What power have Tinubu on the case of Nnamdi Kanu? The Tinubu inherited empty file without charges. A useless file. You talk about Tinubu, so people who told me they went to school will talk about free Nnamdi Kanu. You will not point at court order. And you think we are joking? And do you think we are doing party? So you think we are doing political party? If you are not ready to ask for free Nnamdi Kanu, she knows of war. Get out from our way. Pinpoint on the court order. Don't beg anybody. Does Tinubu have power on Nnamdi Kanu? Is he a convict? Is he even an awaiting trial that you can stop his trial? Yes, you can use executive power to tell the Attorney General to amend the charges. And the next one who can hear him, the court can discharge him. It is called no case to answer. That one is different. But this one is that he has been discharged and acquitted and prohibited from standing any trial in any court on this very matter. Then why can't you hold your government to obey court order? So you enjoy a past government that disobey court order, and you still want to continue with a new government with the disobedience to court order, and you think you have a country, and this is a country you are killing us, trying to force us to belong. You are dreaming. A country without constitution, a very complete useless country called Nigeria without constitution. Are you pampering me to belong? Or are you killing me to belong? Are you torturing me to belong? You are a fool. Whether you torture, or you kill, or you pamper, or we do not belong here. Where people cannot stand on the truth. Where Yoruba cannot, they are not doing Yoruba issue. One idiot came to a comment section, one Yoruba idiot. He said, but they are not begging Yoruba president. I said, you are a fool. So Tinubu is now a Yoruba president. So it's no longer one Nigeria. You are an idiot. This is the mentality you want us to share with you. In a country where foolish idiots act like human beings. Apes. You see some people, you think they are human beings. These are apes. Now they are not begging Yoruba president. Had I been with that person, I will give you a slow slap. I know you are a fool. Beg who? Are you mad? We confronted Nigeria in their court. We defeated them. Where is Nigeria? Mazi, I don't come online. I don't broadcast. So we move. Right? So that is the issue. We are asking you, do you think you are wise? You are the fool. A fool who cannot stand up and say, I am in danger. If my government cannot obey court order, if the past regime cannot shamefully obey court order because they were boasting they will jail Nnamdi Kanu. They will jail Nnamdi Kanu. If we really catch him, they will jail him. As if Nnamdi Kanu is alone. The God of Nnamdi Kanu is greater than all your God. Ask those that have been praying that Nnamdi Kanu should die. Even your native doctors. All the northern native doctors, all the Yoruba native doctors that they have consulted, all the foreign, have anything happened to Nnamdi Kanu? He is greater than all of you. He is there to destroy Nigeria. And they have destroyed Nigeria in their court. You are not disobeying court order. You are not talk of the time and you think you have a country. A collapsed country without constitution. A collapsed country. So you think you have country. Can't you persuade your country to obey court order and have a country so that you can be boss of your country? Why do you go to where we talk about Nnamdi Kanu? He come and say he will suffer. He said something. Something he said have been brought to court against him. And are you wiser than the judge? So you are not judging upon the judgment. So do you think we are going to go back from what we secured? If we see anybody, whether Igbo youth or Igbo Ohaneaze or any governor, come up and beg it, you see what you use. What are you begging? Are you mad? Tell government to obey court order in Akinyo. Begging who? Is it to obey Tinubu order or to obey Nigerian court order? Do Nnamdi Kanu have case with Tinubu or Buhari? He has case with federal government. He defeated Nigerian federal government. Don't present Tinubu on the issue. Just that Tinubu is their president. We are not asking for amnesty. We are not asking for pardon. We are asking that court order should be obeyed. And it must be obeyed at the end of the matter. Very simple. And Akinyo. I beg you, Tinubu. Did we secure the victory easily? Do you know what our lawyers have been suffering in DSS? Do you know what Nnamdi Kanu pass through in DSS? Do you know what we pass through in our land? Killings, torture. Do you know? Have you not been seeing the intimidation in court? Do you not see how they embarrass our fathers? Do you not see how they embarrass our mothers in the court premises? Don't you see how the security harassed us? Don't you see it? Did we not suffer to travel from the east to the north? Every time in the court, we stood with our leader. Did we get this victory easily? This was hard score, hard trick score. Nobody should tamper with it. Nobody should change the narrative. Nobody. Ohaneaze told us that they are monitoring the case. So you monitor the case and you were discharged. You are not begging. Are you begging? You are begging and bringing army. I will come for a broadcast for this Igbo politicians. I will come. You know we'll be live this afternoon on Radio Biafra with Mazi Maduabuchi. You join us by 3 p.m. I just come to bring this thing now and to direct our people and correct this impression. Post video director Okura against Yoruba Tinubu. Post it now director Okuria. He defeated them in their court at the end of the matter. In now the main struggle can all disobedient to court order. Can it is against I was in go by Jagawa. Before when I present, I know say na me buy ndị Nigeria na account ya. Ugbu a anyị nwere ngwongwo iji n'aka present court order. Onwe gọọmenti present re na ga say no nwe iji bịa. And anyị ga-eji gazuo before ha na ha. Anyị ga-agazu ebe ha na-ekwe Ojukwu gazuo. Ọkwa ịhụrụ blockage a niile nyere Ojukwu. We will take this matter to those places. They think they are joking. Our God shifted us to those countries. He kept us there because Ojukwu was not able to access those countries because Britain blocked everywhere. Today we are there. We are there. You want protest, we protest. You want letter, we submit. We don't give to somebody to give. We give direct because we are there. This is what our God did for us. Though we shifted in the name of suffering. They were suffering us. They don't know they were projecting us to have grant. Today we are there. If we want to protest in Italy, we don't travel from Biafra land to Italy. We are already in abroad. We'll be there. These are things British blocked us. Ojukwu will send message to block it. They will go and lie. Today you don't block our message. We go direct to the embassy, we submit it. We go direct to the office, we submit it. Very direct. These are things Nigeria should know. We have taken advantages of those lies. You lied. If you are a Nigerian, never you dream that this kind of useless country without constitution that we will ever think and say we belong here. With this mentality of not standing on the truth. Hey, it's now our Yoruba president. Are you mad? So you are a fool. Who is talking about your president? Who is talking about Tinubu? Who is talking? Is it not a useless politician from the east who don't have base? Hey, Igbo presidency 2019. Hey, if they refuse to give us Igbo presidency 2023, we'll join IPOB. Fools! Mampage betray Biafra. He betrayed. That's why you can see them. Mampage betray. You betray Biafra during the war. We'll join IPOB. If they did not give us Igbo presidency, did they give you 2023? No. Did you join IPOB? No. You went and bring army to come and kill us. I can give me no broadcast send their rules. Conspiracy. Nko akayi no ga anwu. Nka notice I notice ika. Ohaneaze Ndigbo. Nka wo ye python da simbrede. E won ka I notice ya. I no ga anwu eba. Kunde futami. Oge do na anya. Thank you Muchineke. Thank you. I said it will be a short broadcast, but I want you to share it. Share it because our people need to get this very what is it called? Get this very information. Onwe onye na-atụ egwu na aka na-emeri go nwe onye ọgbasa anya na-ayọ mmadụ biko obe kọta ọda onye na-aga ayọ biko no problem, but don't channel it that IPOB na-ayọ biko anya na-ayọ mmadụ biko. Nigeria gbakpuru goolu bọọlụ na post ha na Kenya. They score own goal in Kenya. And we came to their court. We score goals. Multiple goals now. They cannot equalize it. They want to use insecurity and equalize it. They said if we don't equalize it, you cannot equalize it. These goals, we are on defense, we defend it to the end. They want us that is winning them to start fighting in the pitch. Don't you know if you fight in the pitch, if the match is cancelled, then your goals are being cancelled. So we are winning. If they are trying to provoke us, it's a lie. We must go on defense. If they are attacking our strikers, trying to give them injury, we withdraw them. We will play this defense until, do you know this goes? We must defend it to the end. Nigeria will not score a one. They score in their post in Kenya. Extraordinary rendition. It is an own goal. Because Nnamdi is not a leader of a political party. He's a leader of IPOB. That makes it own goal. You don't survive it. And you cannot equalize it. If you want to use, you try to use everybody, you use criminality, you use propaganda, you use allegation to equalize this goal. This goal that Nnamdi score on, you score in your post by torturing Nnamdi in Kenya, kidnapping him, is an own goal. We told you, Malami, you can. Nobody know Buhari, you cannot jail me. Did the Buhari jail him? These are things you remind the government you're not allowed to know. Buhari, go and tell him he's mad. He cannot jail me. Did it not happen? Did it not happen? You think Nnamdi is a coward like you? Mad people everywhere. We are IPOB. We will destroy this Nigeria. It can never be repaired. Biafra will come. Nnamdi will be freed. And your Nigeria will be destroyed. By us here. Have you not arrested? Have you not killed? Have you not kidnapped? Have you not detained massively? Have you not renditioned? Have you not killed? Tell me now, have you not carried on propaganda? Have you not brought insecurity in our land? Federal government, we are asking you. Have you not bought over our politicians? We are asking you. Are we not asking? We are unstoppable. Tell me another one you add. Are you going to bring angels from heaven? Is it not the same army that have been killing us? We have seen everything. We have seen all your weapons. We see your army. We see everything. And they have been using it for long. So why are we running away? For where? This time we'll catch the Ohaneaze, catch the family. Army, Bomado here. In the name of, state of emergency? Or in the name of security? Ohaneaze yana family. The same thing you family. You give us notice now. Now I'm in a job where Python dance. Here now. Kebu anya beji Nnamdi Kanu ono plan no kpota na-ete lipstick n'ọnụ na-agba anyị Buhari should free Nnamdi Kanu Tinubu should free Arọ na-agba gị And a free year be the one I'm here. Chileke Poku no mad people everywhere. Ohaneaze. And when you go to na village, a problem na Biafra land, Molo, assembly how do you know Ohaneaze? Didn't want address. Ohaneaze. Imago teach us obey cut order. Me bonus obey cut order when I go here. Is it not your Nigeria? Can't you ask your president? You believe in Nigeria? Ask your president to obey cut order. Simple. You hear it, you enjoy disobedience to cut order of the other president. Still the same Nigerians, they still want to enjoy the same another government without obeying cut order. Then you are gone. But you got continue to guide our people, protect them, provide for them, favor them all over the world, wherever they are. Continue to assist them because you have been our ambassadors. Nigeria have been a problem. Nigerian ambassadors have been reporting us. They don't defend us. Only you, our God, have been defending us. You have been keeping us. You have been providing job for us. You have been protecting our children in different parts of the world. You will continue to assist us, continue to provide for us. Mostly we need now that almost everybody have ganged up against us. What we need is your favor. The same favor that made Joseph to be different from others in the house of Potiphar, even in a strange land. The same favor led him to the palace of Pharaoh. That is the favor we ask from thee, Chukwukika in heavens, upon our people wherever they are, both home and abroad. At the end, you alone must be glorified. In your name, Chi Uku Okike, Abia, Amana, Pro, Ime, Ihenile. We have prayed. He said, thank you. I remain the fearless IPOB evangelist, Mazi Maduabuchi. From me, from here, it is good afternoon. Join us by 3 p.m. on Radio Biafra. Ada Mama. It is Mazi Maduabuchi. Today,